Hello, everyone. My name is Sachin Napuri, and in today's video, we are going to look at a very interesting use case of the how when multiple agents put together, how intelligently they automate a complete workflow. Now, this one is interesting. Why I'm calling it interesting is because these days everybody is so full of ideas and they want to you know there are times when people want to take that leap of faith and want to venture on their own and see, but then there are times when there are people around the globe who don't have access to any incubator, any mentor, any direction from anybody, and at times they are the first generation entrepreneur or entrepreneurs who wants to become entrepreneur actually. But then where do they begin? And when they start on this journey, the first thing first is that you might have an idea that be worth $1 billion. You never know when it could becomes that big if it is, original and it has a market fit. Uh, Now, how do we know that? And to do that, it takes a lot of time to do market research and trend analysis. The so there are a lot of aspects. It may just sound just one liner saying, um, startup idea, but then there is a lot that goes behind it. And so obviously in this, the code, the on this VS Code uh, code editor, we look at these are multiple agents we've got here. They are assigned with multiple tasks. And I will talk about more as to what would be the use case and all that. But yeah, so, and also I figured out, like in previous videos, we were witnessing the telescoping of or the double entries, but that was not because of the code itself or the terminal, the VS Code, but it's because of maybe it's to do with the software that I'm using to screen record this. Um, so it's not able to refresh or relay the frame per second, the FPS, or whatever the reason may be. But yeah, so we come back to our topic. So this workflow will guide you through validating your startup idea with AI powered analysis and research, and use the insights to refine your concept and business plan. So that's about it. But then there is more to it, and we will get there. But if you see the, I mean, this is I think is a very advanced one, and obviously there is always a room for improvement for everything that we do. But let's say this one, this workflow helps entrepreneurs to validate their ideas before even they launch. So how? So by clarifying and refining the core business concept, and then evaluating originality compared to existing solutions, and then also defining clear mission and objectives, and then conducting comprehensive market research and analysis. This is good, but why is this helpful? I mean, how? So you get objective feedback on your startup idea before investing resources, and that could be anything: your money, your time, yeah, all of that. And then this is also helpful to understand your total addressable market. So the what is the TAM, of your offering? TAM is total addressable market, and the target segments. So pretty interesting. And then also validate assumptions about market opportunity and competition. And then this is also helpful in defining a clear mission and objectives to guide execution. That's the important thing. I mean, we all have ideas, yeah. What differentiate and in my opinion, what differentiates entrepreneurs, to these entrepreneurs, is the execution. Ideas are there, but when it's the time when rubber meets the road, how much of the founder, or the company, or the product itself, or the service itself will survive, or the first thing first, even before that, whether it's the idea is going to wake up one day in reality, or still it is going to be in your head somewhere. Right. So, who can use solutions like this, handy tools? Obviously, I mean, once you want to commercialize, but from the research perspective, I think it's pretty okay to look at the terminal, and, from the, yeah, from the, yeah, uh, the highlighted codes and the text here. But then, yeah, if let's say, want to, commercialize and take it to the market, then obviously you have to wrap it around good UI with amazing UX, user experience. But for now, I think, for the purpose of this video and to see the power of this Ignore framework, we can just go ahead and look at it. But then, what could be the some of the use cases could be the new product or service validation that probably your department, your company wants to come up with, or you want to just market opportunity assessment. That is one of the tasks that you want to do. So if that is something that you're looking for, then also it is quite handy, isn't it? And then you can also do competitive analysis, and then business model validations also. So, this is one of the aspects which most of the businesses, they take time to get around that part as well. And the most important of all is the target customer segmentation. So you cannot like go, uh, you know, uh, one panacea kind of stuff, like, uh, one silver bullet for everything. So you have to definitely target your customer by the help of segmentation process, and then obviously the last but not the least, mission or your vision refinement. So we try and see here. I've already fired it up, and so it's going to ask you, what is your startup idea? So I mean, for the sake of this video, I thought semiconductor is quite in talks these days. So I just put it up with my idea, so to say. How about a marketplace to buy semiconductor raw material? So they started validating stuff by doing like analysis, research, and all of that, and it has finally formulated this report, which we are looking at it right now on our screen. Okay, so on the screen, if you see, this is a startup report, semiconductor raw materials marketplace. So the startup idea itself, the proposed startup is a marketplace dedicated to buying and selling semiconductor raw materials. This venture aims to connect suppliers of this material with manufacturers, addressing a critical need in a niche that is underdeveloped. Wow. So that's, in the idea itself, there sounds like some opportunity, yeah, so that's good. Right. So, originality of this idea, while the concept of a marketplace of raw materials is not entirely new, focusing specifically on semiconductors is moderately original. Right. So, okay, some bit of it is original. That's some relief. Given the surge in demand for semiconductors, chips within electronics, IoT, and the automotive sectors, this marketplace can fill a significant gap in the industry. All right, so there is a gap. Right, okay. And where there's a gap, there is an opportunity, right? Okay, so unique features that can distinguish this platform include detailed material specification, enhanced supply chain transparency, and collaboration with the manufacturers. So I think from all of this, I reckon will have it would be cost cash intensive, especially around the supply chain stuff. Yeah. All right. So we come to mission now. The mission of the startup is to facilitate streamlined access to high quality semiconductor raw materials, thereby enhancing the efficiency and reliability of the global semiconductor supply chain. This could become huge if, you know, gave good, huge, big investments. Yeah. Objectives. So user-friendly marketplace, and then it should be, the implementation of all the certification and traceability to ensure the authenticity of material. So that quality assurance part is of prime importance because this is, one way you're gonna um, get people to trust you, right? Now coming to the third one, which is vendor and buyer tools. So there has to be functionality, some tools like providing analytical tools like price comparison, inventory tracking, and trend forecasting. Yeah, something of that sort will help people decide and be it vendor or buyer. Um, Coming to industry partnership, this is very important. Build collaborations with key players in the industry to improve trust and reliability. So, of course, if you get associated with the big names, known names in this field, then that makes your job that much easy, actually. Now, coming to market potential. So look at this, the TAM I was talking about, total addressable market, $697 billion. It's huge. It's really huge. I mean, I just randomly put the startup idea, but now I'm realizing the potential of it. See, we all full with ideas. It's just the only thing is that how much of it if of it we can execute. All right. So coming to the SAM, which is serviceable available market, is $80.79 billion, and SOM, that is serviceable obtainable market, is 6 billion. So it's pretty huge, the market potential. It's in billions. All right. Yeah. So we looked at it here. Right. Now the target customer segments. So who all would be our target customers, right? So obviously the first one is the no-brainer here, semiconductor manufacturers. So any large firms requiring diverse raw materials, focusing on quality and traceability. Then we can also get to the electronic manufacturers, then automotive manufacturers, and then IoT device producers. So, and these, maybe just we're looking at four lines here, but these four lines are, in itself, they are pretty, pretty huge, you know, pretty huge. Right. So coming to the competitor analysis, so who are we are going to be up against major competitors. So we have BASF SE, then LG Chem or Chem, Indium Corporation, Kyocera Corporation, Shin-Etsu Chemical Company Limited. So, and then there is a SWOT analysis of competitors. So, what is good about BASFSE is they have a strong R&D and global presence. Okay. Vulnerability to cost and competition. So this is where, you get the idea. You get the idea, right? So in this one, LG, if you look at this one, diversified product range and financial stability, exposure to market fluctuations. So this is our SWOT analysis of LG, and then Indium Corporation expertise and niche market strength, limited product range. So yeah, and then we have Kyocera Corporation, strong quality reputation load. So all of this, to reach this, the entire workflow, the agents worked, the multi agents that we have got, have put together. We can clearly see they worked in complete, the symphony that they have created. Look at the results, and this is just we're just reading one line or two line here, but the amount of work that has gone behind it is humongous, right? Coming to the next one is the startup's potential for positioning. Okay, so the startup can position itself as a flexible and specialized marketplace with the following advantages. So all of these are advantages, and then it is also drawing a conclusion here. Um, so you can start catering to niche manufacturers, um, and then all of this. Yeah, this is pretty good. And this, now you see my screen recorder started acting up again. All right. Okay. No worries. So we get the idea. And so basically, if you see the conclusion, so it's saying by focusing on these key differentiators. So this is very important, isn't it? If you want to disrupt a market, or if you want to, so basically you enter in a market from two perspective. You're going horizontal, or you're going vertical. And in whichever way, if the differentiator has to be there, so the startup can establish a unique presence in the competitive landscape, potentially securing a valuable market share in the semiconductor raw material sector. So see, this is pretty good. This is insane. Right. Now this is my screen recorder. Please excuse me for that. But then who could use these? So any, so the quick ones are the entrepreneurs and the startup founders. Could be product managers and business strategists, or innovation teams, in the companies that we have these days. And also, it can help the angel investors and VCs doing initial screening. So let's say these angels and VCs get bombarded with pitch deck all the time, right? So before they even go ahead and talk to or spend their time looking at the pitch deck, which could be somewhere from 8 to 10 pages, and sometimes pretty extensive as well. So instead of investing their time there, they can just first look at the idea itself. I mean, let's say if somebody wants to do, go ahead and start a startup on in the semiconductor space, or space itself, space, yeah, space also, space technology, or is it quantum technology, in the field of energy, in the field of automotives, banking, retail, travel. So all, I mean, the potential is huge, right? It's so huge. So let me know if something comes to your head while looking at this video, and uh, please feel free to get in touch with me. We can discuss, and we can look at it. But then, yes, as I was saying earlier, for the learning, exploring, researching, all of this UI, I've been working on terminal, the code, the VS Code is all okay. But then, for any commercialization, if anyone is thinking about, then obviously you have to have. I mean, there is no brainer that you need to have the UI and UX, wrapped around it. But then, if you look at the base of it, the foundation, the core of it, the heart of it, is all here in front of us, and this is just so fantastic. If we see here, this is the one that is going to help a lot of people. I reckon that. Yes. So yeah. So let me know your thoughts on this, and so that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for your time here today. Until we meet next, do take care. Do take good care of yourself. Thank you.